Hi, and welcome to Inside the Circle with your host, Andy. All right, Angel. How are you today?
I'm great, Andy.
So, Angel, we just want to ask you a few questions about pipe band life.
Okay.
So tell me, when and why did you start playing the bagpipes?
Well, when was about 7 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. Why? Because that's what people in my family do. They play Scottish music. No, actually, my father was, my stepfather was Scottish, and I was raised around it. I just never played it. He was in a pipe band. My uncle was in a pipe band. My aunts were in a pipe band. Everybody's they're in a pipe band. Drummers are pipers, and I thought after my father passed, I thought I would honor him with that. So I started doing it. That's why.
Stepfather, a drummer, yes?
He was a drummer.
So why the pipes then?
Because they're freaking cool. And if you have a choice between pipes and drums, it's always pipes.
All right, so what made you interested in playing in a pipe band as opposed to just playing by yourself?
I grew up with it. Like I said, I'd go to the Highland Games. I was a little brown kid running around, and I just saw the pipe bands. I mean, the Bellingham pipe band. I saw the Abbotsford pipe band. I saw these people back up north in Bellingham and the Lower Mainland, and I thought it was cool as a kid. And then when I moved to Vegas and I saw our band play then and some of the other bands come down, Simon Fraser and whatnot play, I thought it was very cool, and I wanted to be part of it. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to get involved, and the guy that got me started here in Vegas was a very, very old man. His name was Van Fraser. He was part of the band then, at the time, Desert Sky, and he's the one that introduced me to the band.
Describe your family members' musical interests and abilities.
Yeah, Alex, my son, is into music. He's a drummer. He's into rock and jazz, drum set. He played a little Scottish snare for a while. And he may come back to playing the Scottish snare.
Tell me about your fondest musical memory.
When I first watched Simon Fraser play their medley in 2008, it was a kick-ass set, and I really liked it. And that gave me chills every time I listened. I listened over and over on YouTube. So, and then a guy in our band, Josh, every time he plays, it gives me chills.
Yeah.
I've cried a couple times.
Gives me a Woody.
I won't talk about that, but it has.
If you would, describe your practice routine.
It starts with Doritos, my couch, usually Netflix, and then I call Andy and say that I actually practice. I'm just kidding. I play. It depends on the day. If I'm with my daughter, who's almost 3 years old, she's not big on the pipes in the house, so I try to play at least 4 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week, and it's about 30 to 40 minutes. I've minimized how much I play and just focus on stuff that I need to focus on, especially with competition things. Practice chanter at work, pipes at home.
Here's a great question for you. You have a new baby, yeah?
She's pretty new.
How old?
She'll be 3 in a month.
Wow. So tell us about how you balance piping with your other obligations in life, your family, your job, etc.
I work because I have to. I pipe because I love it. And seriously, it's always on my mind. And I have to sacrifice things. Like if I wanted, instead of going and doing something, I got to sit down and I'll play. And practicing isn't always that much fun. It's not a lot of fun. Playing is fun, but I like performing, and that's a lot of fun. But the practicing part can be tedious.
Do you ever bring your daughter to band practice?
Never, not once. I blew up my drones and she nearly lost her mind. She had, so I don't do that.
Who are your favorite musicians in either piping or otherwise?
Oh God, I think overall,
I have to pick one.
Yeah, I mean, I just did. Someone once said, the music just oozes from his pores, and my man crush would be Angus McCall from Yeah, way up north, Scotland. He's just amazing. I just like the way his musicianship.
What about his music?
His musicianship, the way he plays, the sounds. I mean.
You ever meet Angus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pipes and Sticks, Route 66, Flagstaff, Arizona.
How do you handle mistakes during a performance or a competition?
Well, in the past, I usually just instant swamp ass, and I just start sweating. Now,
It's an industry term.
It is an industry term. There are different. I mean, if it's like a real obvious one, like a real loud.
What do you do when a mistake happens?
If I make a mistake and I literally forget something completely, I can cut my channel out. I know you're supposed to, without messing my drums up, or I'll go to high for a hot second. Or usually the best way to do it, if you make a mistake, it's kind of like a fart. Just blame the person next to you.
Last year in San Diego, you had a couple classic stories about making mistakes during solo competition.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Bruce Hitching.
That was Bruce Hitching situation. Bruce, God bless him. What a great guy. He was judging me in the 6/8 march. And I went into the march. And I remember looking up in San Diego at the Brengle Park, where it was, looking off into the hills. It was just beautiful. It was just a majestic morning. And the pipes were humming. They were singing. And even my expression, everything was great. It was just lovely. And I started out the first part of this tune, and I went to the repeat. Everything was fine. Then I went to the second part, and I didn't even know what the hell I was playing. I knew there was a bagpipe in my hand. There was music supposed to happen. I had no idea. I went to high A and then started playing a 2/4 march and stopped going to like C and held that. And then I started playing, I don't know, it was like a hornpipe or something. and finally I just kind of looked at him, and again, that was a return to swamp ass moment, and got dizzy, and it was like, boop, and just walked off and looked at Bruce and said, "What the hell was that?" and laughed for about a half hour. And of course, my score reflected that.
Tell us about the famous incident with Erin Shaw.
I have to preface it by saying Erin Shaw is amazing. He's a great musician. He's a great person. He's a great entertainer. But before I kind of learned all that about him, he was judging me, and it's my scorecard. I'm playing a 2/4, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then he goes, "Is this some sort of a pipe tune, or is this a band tune or something?" And I looked at him, and after I was like, "What the hell is this? What is it, a band tune?" "No, Seamus Coyne gave me this tune. It's not a band tune. It's a solo tune." And I think a year later, I asked him about it. And he said, "Well, maybe if you dropped it down about 20 beats per minute, it might be a solo tune."
What is your favorite thing about being a piper in the Las Vegas pipe band?
The music. It all comes down to music. Whether you're in formation, whether it's concert formation, parade formation, you're in the circle and competition, it's the music. And I like the name, the Las Vegas Pipe Band. But when it comes down to it, it's the camaraderie and the music. I've had some of the best laughs I've ever had in a pipe band. And when I go into competition, the first and last thing I think about is my father. I think about my dad, and I talk to him right before I go in, or usually before you come and mess with me. But I think of my father. So being in the pipe band, I've had a lot of great memories in the music and the camaraderie.
Where would you like to see the band in the next 5 to 10 years?
I'd like to see the band with a grade 5, 4, and 3. I'd like to see the band expand to bigger,
Is bigger better?
You're stupid. Why do I talk to this guy?
All right. What's your favorite curse word?
Schmeckel.
Well, Angel, thank you for speaking with us today and wearing appropriate clothing to represent Vegas and Southern Nevada.
Oh, yeah.
But we thank you for participating and all your very honest answers. From Las Vegas, this is Andy signing off saying something.
All right, let's try it again and louder.